Mike McCool here with the Royal Examiner. I am at the Senior Center here on 15th Street, and with me today is Bob Battani. He is we're going to call him part of the community policing effort. He's a civilian with the Sheriff's Office. Bob, tell us why you're here today.
Okay, so I'm here to take pictures and get information from the seniors. We have an ID card that we give to the seniors in case they don't have their own driver's license.
Right.
If they need a second ID, it is issued by the Sheriff Department. It's good because of the fact that we also put the medications and their allergies on it, which is maybe not something that they would have on any other ID.
Right.
And it's just a good way to get out to the seniors if they need any kind of any kind of identification or whatever.
As we get a little older, especially if you get up past the driving age, and we lose our mobility, and then those IDs sometimes are gone, or we don't carry them with us. It's always good to have those with us. This sounds a little bit like about the kids program, what you had.
Yes, and we still do that. When we take the kids' fingerprints, we can also take their pictures. You know, God forbid the child gets lost or kidnapped or whatever. So that program is still going on. A lot of different departments do that. We also other departments do this as well, but we seem to be kind of leading the edge in the area as far as doing the ID cards and it's a good way for me to get a chance to interact with the seniors as well.
Yeah, it won't be long. We'll be working, or we won't be working here. We'll be coming here. Right?
Don't remind me, please.
So, talk us a little bit about. You create a database. Does it just stay here? Is it a national database?
No, there is no database. We do not, for privacy reasons, we do not keep any of the information. Once I put this information into the computer and I make the card, then at that point I hit a start over, and all that information is gone. The police department, the sheriff department, I should say, does not keep any of that information. Okay. Same thing with the fingerprinting. We do the fingerprinting of the kids. Once we give them a thumb drive, the kids take that, and the parents have got that. So in case something does happen, but there is no database.
They can retrieve this information.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But there is no database for the purposes of privacy for either this program, the ID card, or the fingerprinting.
Yeah. So how long have you been doing this?
Well, I mean, for the Sheriff Department, I've only been doing it since the beginning of the year.
Okay.
But I was doing this with the Winchester Police Department in their VIP program. But I've also been an auxiliary police officer for Fairfax County Police Department. But my real job, the one that I retired from several years ago, is I was the director of security for Booz Allen Hamilton, which is a government contractor in the DC area.
Well, I know the Sheriff Klein is really putting a lot of effort into this community policing.
Absolutely.
And we talked about the PAL program, and you're involved with that?
Yes, with the PAL program, it's called the Police Athletic League or Activity League, and we also do the Explorers program. It's kind of like Boy Scouts Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts in the Sheriff Department.
Yeah.
And so we've got young teenagers before they can become police officers. They get to learn about law enforcement, and the PAL program is more of a sports related, and it's for the younger set. So we go from the PAL program. Then they can go into the Explorers program, and then eventually, hopefully, we've convinced them to come to the Sheriff Department and become a deputy.
Well, you know it's also seeing law enforcement in a different light.
Exactly.
You know, you don't walk up to them and say assume the position. You know.
Yes.
It's kind of like you can see them in a little more real situation.
They get to see behind the scenes, especially in the Explorer program. They get to see. We take them on tour of the sheriff's station. They get a chance to meet the deputies in the SWAT program, a K-9 program. So it's a real way to immerse them in the law enforcement arena in a friendly way.
Right.
You know, like you say, not that they're in the back seat of the cruiser.
Right. Well, you know, and they say, hey, these are my neighbors.
Exactly.
Exactly right.
Exactly. Yeah.
So what all do you have planned for the summer now? We've got the PAL program. It's kind of just getting underway.
Yes.
And
the PAL program is in its infancy. We just put together a civilian board to run that. We've got some things planned, very much in the planning stages. We're talking about doing a golf tournament to help raise money for the PAL program, and also just had a conversation about this morning about a first responders softball tournament in the spring next year. So that's a couple ways for us to be able to, raise some money to help get equipment and different things. So this summer we're doing a number of things, parades. We've got banners we're putting together for the kids to be able to march in parades, and we just recently had our cops and bobbers fishing with the kids and so on. So it's we're going to get busy here real soon.
We want to also know that the Fort Royal Police Department is also involved in a lot of these.
Absolutely.
It's not just Crystal's not going to take all the credit.
Oh,
right?
no. The one thing that's been unique, as I've said, I'm with Winchester Police Department, with Fairfax County Police before that. Front Royal and the Sheriff Department work really close together. It's they team up on different activities. As you know, National Night Out is coming up in August, and they're going to be working together, on that. So there's a lot of teamwork going on between the two departments, and it helps that Sheriff Klein used to be part of the Front Royal Police Department, so it's got that connection going on. So it's been a unique situation for me, coming to this to the sheriff's office, enjoying it immensely. I live in Frederick County, but I felt compelled to come over here and help with Warren County. I also know Captain Myrtle, Frank Myrtle, who's basically my boss. So he and I have worked together prior to the Sheriff Department, and so there's a good connection. And like I said, I really enjoy working with the Sheriff's office right now.
Let's say if someone is still interested in like their kids or their seniors and they're not part of the senior center here, is there a program where they can contact you?
Yeah, absolutely, they can. I'm also reaching out to other centers that have seniors. It's just not just this senior center. This is where it's all started, but we belong to the Triad program, and we just had a meeting here last week talking about the possibility of reaching out to other assisted living and those types of programs, which there's a number of facilities in the area, and so we're going to try to reach out to them and see if we can expand this ID program to beyond here at the senior center.
Right. Well, before Robbie Seal retired, he was really involved in that Triad program, and we covered several meetings. And there's quite a few churches and other, like you say, civic organizations involved. So I just want to let people know that this is a program that you can bring to their organization as well.
Absolutely. They can reach out to the sheriff office, just our non-emergency number, and they can reach out to Captain Myrtle and let them know, if there's a group of seniors that they would like to get the ID made up for them, and that I'll be glad. All this is in a package. In a suitcase, so have a suitcase will travel.
Just call Captain Myrtle up and say, send Bob over, right?
There you go. That's it.
Bob, I really appreciate you. We're going to let you take a picture here of one of our seniors. And but that's a great work, and we really appreciate all the things you and the Sheriff's Office does for our community.
Appreciate it. Thank you as well.
Thank you.
All right.